Hey everybody, and welcome. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful Wednesday. We're having a little bit of a stressy Wednesday over here. Thank you everyone on Twitter and in the chat, giving their shout out to support for poor little Gilbert over there. He's still at the vet right now. He's still being tested for a bunch of different things. He's not doing too well. But we're hoping that everything will work out fine and that he'll be back home with us this evening. So fingers crossed there, we'll see. We're using every test that the vet can do. We're just like throwing all the money at the vet and being like, do the thing. Make him better. So, Gilbert has the heart of a Klingon, he'll be fine. So does it have like 2 hearts? I don't remember. Klingons have like backup organs for everything. Did they have 2 hearts or is it like an 8-chambered heart or something like that? I don't know. There's some damn things. I've had to deal with far too many vet visits this year. Yeah, between this and Bella and different things. And we were just in Toronto for some medical stuff too. Yeah, things have been pretty hairy. Also, just to note, because of all this, it's a possibility that some of the series may have a day or 2 gap on the YubTubs before we get back to a few things, just because the schedule was disrupted a little bit more than expected. So, again, I know you guys will understand, but still, thank you very much for your patience. I think they have 2 hearts and 3 lungs. Klingons. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, today the Whiskey and Chocolate Fund will be the Gilbert Treatment Fund. And plus probably some chocolate for Essentia, because she's pretty stressed out about all that. So, we are going to kickstart this again. Krogans. Yeah, that's too bad, cool man. That sucks. That really sucks. Hope you feel better too. Alright, so we're in Galactic Civilizations 3 over here. If you have missed any of it, don't worry. We're still in the super early days of this. We are playing as the Quillian Empire over here. We can take a look at ourselves if we go to the diplomacy screen, get a report on ourselves. Here's us over here, you know, productive club. We sort of jack of all tradesy over here. We got a little bit of everything. One of the things we do have is we're popular and influential, so we should get a little bit more territory, and we should get a little bit more tourist income as that cycles up a little bit more as time goes on. The problem is, we were neighbor. I didn't know that you could change the camera view over here in the diplomacy screen. That's quite cool. We're neighbors with another one of my custom races, the Musquidian Empire over here. And they are expansionist and opportunistic. And they saw that we were vulnerable because we weren't focusing on our military that much early on. And they came knocking pretty hard. In the end, things came down to a stalemate. We blew up some of their ships. They blew up some of ours. They blew up some of our mines over here. But basically, everything ground down to a stalemate. And we were very happy to just be able to trade for that, or to negotiate a peace. In fact, I think in the end, we might have even, as part of this peace deal, I think we got a bunch of money from them, and then we gave them a couple of technologies, you know, just brokered some sort of arrangement overall, which is going to be good. The money's going to be particularly nice for us because we can use that to accelerate a few of our buildings because we're a little fur behind on some of that. Currently, our morale is pretty low. It doesn't help that we've got like this emergency government thing going on. That's okay. I'm going to drop the tax rate a little bit. We're still making income. It's going to boost the morale just a scooch, which should help with some of the science and production. Didn't you give them the boost map creation too? Oh, you're right. You're right. I gave them a boost to their difficulty, so they have a production and science advantage and all those things. So they're going to be the dominant force in the galaxy, and of course we spawned right next to them. So all in all, things are going to be pretty rough. We do have a very potent influence starbase right over here by planet Kane 20C, and one of the Musquidian planets over here, Barissa 1, we were trying to flip it. That's one of the reasons that some of the war started. They're a little cranky about what we're doing over here. And in addition to that, I think we may have lost a starbase. I don't know. Certainly some mines. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to go, we've got a few unmined asteroids over here. I'm going to spend some money building those up so that we will get some more production going on relatively soon. We can build these, and 8 tiles away, I don't know, like, what kind of distance we start to get a production fall off, but we'll see at that point. I don't think these asteroids here are worth doing necessarily, but we've got a few more asteroid belts over here. Some of these had already been hooked up before, and some of them were just blown up, but some of them were not hooked up in the first place. I think it's probably fine to basically spend aggressively to try to get as many of these asteroid bases. Everything within the blue area, that's our current border. So everything within our border, except maybe these, because they're really far away. We're going to try to get some of that going on. Canadians in space, that's right! Kanakistan over here. So we have a few influence star bases here and there, that sort of thing. Planet-wise, I think I'm going to spend some money. I'm going to help to accelerate the Xeno factory over here, which seems like a good idea. And then we don't have enough for that Xeno laboratory, but that's okay. Xeno factory means more production, which is going to be good for us. Let's take a look at what our research situation is. How do we... Oh, right over here. Oh, right, we're currently researching Planetary Invasion, but I think I can put a pin in that. We can come back to it later on, because we don't need to invade a planet right now. We're not at war. We could consider trade, we can consider espionage stuff. Just a growth bonus might be good. The political specialization for more income or more morale or more influence might also be nice. We could get some more military tech. Part of me is wondering about some of these Xeno entertainment stuff so that we can build some of these buildings just to help with our morale a little bit more. That way we can keep people happy and tax them a little bit more. Did I say Kanakistan? Yeah, of course I did. Either that or Xeno industrialization so we can get a production boost. And our people aren't particularly pleased right now, but... I've never played Galactic, but I played Stellaris. What's the difference between these two games? Which one do you prefer? I played a lot more Stellaris, so I guess that one would be the one I'd prefer. Galactic is a lot more classic 4X, where there's there's a tile, it's hex-based tile map, and a very clear, like, turn-based gameplay, where Stellaris is... I mean, in a sense, it's sort of turn-based, but not really. So it's a little bit more pausable real-time and point-based solar systems. This is a map that's a lot more similar to the classic, say, Civilization. Any opinion? How did you find playing 2 Point Hospital? I'm eager for the full version. The demo, things were relatively easy, but those were the first few missions where they were still very tutorial-y. So I'm waiting for the full version to see what the real challenge is. Yeah, I don't know what to pick up. Tell you what, we'll get rid of the Xeno Entertainment, because right now our morale does suck, but I'm definitely interested in getting more production, more science, all that going. It does suck, but we only have 3 planets going on. We did find 2 more planets that could be colonized, but they're a little far away. They're both frozen worlds. We can actually colonize frozen worlds. This would be in the middle of the Altarian territory over here, and Urbanovich is right on the edge of the Musquidians, and honestly, part of me is thinking it might be fine to go and visit the Musquidians, or settle next to the Musquidians, because they're kind of being big poopy heads regardless. Now, right now, we can only build military ships, although apparently constructors are part of that, which is interesting. Just because we've got the emergency coalition government. Aside, there we could grab a couple of thuliums. We've still got this ascension crystal we can take. I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna cancel you. I'm gonna keep working on the one I've got, but I'll go ahead and queue up a constructor here. And same thing here. We'll cancel you and add another constructor here and one more shipyard. That Defiance about to finish. It's a long construction time, but that's okay. We'll get you started as well. And then we'll go to the next turn. If the planet's too cold, then just nuke it to make it warmer. I'm sure it'll all work out. Dragon, that sounds good to me. I mean, I'm sure that's fine. For a brief time, all members of a civilization stop what they're doing and remember the events which led our people down this dark path. By the way, you people keep making a lot of malevolent decisions. Not all the time, but that's why we're started here. We're just a soupçon of evil. We're like the margarine of evil. I can't believe we're not evil. So right now we're gonna have a production deficit for 2 turns. Boo. Okay, we got another Defiant. Now, one of the things that sort of screwed up last time is I was putting my ships in orbit around our planets where they could sort of get picked off. What I'm gonna do is put my ships in orbit around the shipyards to defend the shipyards first, and the shipyards have an innate defensive bonus as well, so that should keep things a little bit better. Our soupçon de mal, that's right. We got a Patriot there, we got Prefect there, none of it's ours. Okay, keep going. We probably should build up our military like crazy, you know, to stop these problems, because the Musquidians are gonna come back. There's no do to boot it. No do to boot it, they will be back. Because they're opportunistic and we still don't have much of a military. Oh, speaking of opportunistic and scary, the Drengen, but I think they're fairly far away. which is good. I believe we do have to rebuild our trade ships. We only have one going to Altaria because we had two going to Musquidians, and they've all been blown up. That might be the next thing that we go and build up. The Thorians, excellent. We'll be friends with them. And now Quillia is done building up. Now, every tile on Quillia has been developed, save for the arable land over here. So, I mean, we could do aid economy or aid research. Basically, we're converting production to money or science. But yeah, I'll go ahead. I may as well go and build the 2 farms. This will give us more food, and we can consider replacing a existing tile with another city. We have to worry about approval here. Our population is getting close to the population cap of 12. More population equals more production and science and everything. It's really good, but only if we can also keep making our people happy. So we may not rush to building a new city right away to expand this place. We'll have to play it by ear, but I think it's worth building the farms. If nothing else, you can see that the farms give an adjacency bonus to population buildings next to it. So there's a city here, which is a population building. So this city will be improved by having a farm right next to it. Boom! I like that Stellaris didn't have as many fiddly bits in the early game. Yeah, Stellaris is like a great introduction to grand strategy because it's in some ways simpler. It's not to say that it's, you know, a dumb game and that there's not a ton of stuff to do. Excuse me a second. But it's more accessible. And you know, the complexity is from the sort of emergent gameplay rather than having to figure out, like, you just taking your first turn, like unpausing the very first time and saying hoy is a hairy thing. So the updates to the planets, I've been looking at it, and I was nervous at first when they announced this changes to Stellaris. The Stellaris sort of tiles were something kind of unique to Stellaris, and I didn't want it at first. Like the very first prototype I saw made it look like it was almost going to be more like a Master of Orion. Like we have production pops and science pops and food pops. The latest ones don't see it. It seems like there's a lot more going on than just that, so it might be a huge win. I gotta say, like, when you've got a big empire, managing all the tiles in Stellaris on all the planets can be a little tedious, so taking another look at it may be a good idea. But as long as it doesn't lose some of the uniqueness. Anyway, I'm going to try to group up my ships over here. I'm a little bit less worried about defending Garden of Sinners back here, because the Altarians have mostly been pretty cool. We've got a pretty good relationship with them, so hopefully it's okay. So we don't have enough money to rush anything else on these planets. That's okay. Upgrading a colony capital in Garden of Sinners is going to be great and swell. And yeah, you can see the happiness isn't so great. And what we're waiting over here is we're in 18 more weeks before we can change our government, because the emergency coalition here is bad for morale, and horrible for research. Minus 75% research. Right there. But it gave us a bunch of money and gave us a free ship, which turned out to not be all that useful for us in the short term. We might switch to a Stellar Monarchy or something like that. We'll see. Their territorial hub was really good. Yeah, in Stellaris, Stellaris 2.0, the way that it changed the territory, like, that was a bold move. And Paradox is, like, pretty amazing for, like, being willing to take those risks. And to me, that was the thing that, like, turned Stellaris from being like, yeah, it's a pretty good game, to being a truly amazing game. 2.0 was stunning. Speaking of cool space games, though, I don't know if you guys saw my tweet. Star Ruler 2, which is a game that came out, I don't know, a few years ago, and is kind of a cool and very unique in a lot of different ways 4X game. It's a little bit more complicated, a little bit more depth in things. It wasn't super highly reviewed. Like, it's sort of average kind of a 7 out of 10 rating, but it was pretty good. It just went open source. It just went free and open source. This is a commercial game. Like, I own it on Steam, but now you can go to their GitHub and download the entire thing, all the source code. You can build it yourself, and it's now open source. The community can make changes to it. Yeah. To me, Star Ruler and Star Ruler 2 are almost like, you know how, like, RimWorld is kind of Dwarf Fortress, but more playable? To me, Star Ruler is kind of Aurora 4X, but more playable. Like, ish. Although, I guess to a certain extent, what's that other... You guys in chat, someone's gonna know, there's another 4X space game that's got a lot of complexity. You can automate a bunch of stuff. Unlimited, what's it called? Ultimate... Someone in chat's gonna give it to me. That's the other, like, Aurora 4X, but less. No, not Sins of a Solar Empire. That's a RTS game more than anything else. Not Sword of the Stars. Distant Worlds! That's it! Thank you very much. Distant Worlds is the one I'm thinking about. Yeah. Research complete! So despite the minus 75% malice on research, we did finish this over here. We can build entertainment complexes, meditation centers, the Shrine of Tandis, which is a galactic achievement, only one per galaxy. Gem Trader, which is a new type of project / mission. I think it's something you can build at shipyards. We unlocked the celebrity type of leader and approval civilization priority. Leads to population diversion. So more fun kind of things. We're going to go and pick up, I think, next, terrestrial harvesting. Oh, different types of farms for resources on the ground. Might be good. I was looking at interstellar tourism, space library. Where's that production boosting tech? Wasn't there one? Am I going crazy? Oh, xeno-industrialization right over here. Unlocks mega factory, utopian government. I don't know. Sounds kind of interesting. So this shipyard over here is idle. Apparently I can still run missions despite the fact that we are in the emergency coalition or whatever. What was I looking for? Our ships. We got one survey ship, one scout, and that's it. I think it would be a good idea to build ourselves at least one new survey ship. That's a prototype scout, which is fast. What's its sensor range? 6. Actually, it's probably worth getting one of these and then maybe an explorer. So the explorer has less movement and a little less sensor range. Prototype scout will let us map out more of the galaxy a little faster. I think it's probably worth doing that, and then we'll follow it up with an explorer. There we go. I'm okay with it. It's going to use some of our resources, but that's okay. Okay, we've got a constructor ready to go here. I'm tempted. I wonder if we just send it up here to try to claim this space. Actually, that's the thing. Should I just be building colony ships instead? I think the answer is actually yes. We're going to go and grab those 2 frozen worlds. So at least one, but honestly, I'm thinking... Oh, no, I can't build colony ships. That's right. It's like, hold on, there's a reason I haven't done it. It's because I can't. So there's still something to be said about dropping a constructor over here just to try to claim this space. I mean, the other thing that would be nice is the Ascension Crystal, the Thulium... Maybe we'll go ahead and grab the Ascension Crystal. What's the difference between a normal ship and a prototype? Nothing, in fact. I think that's just the name. But what you'll see with these prototypes is a lot of times they will use special components that have a resource cost. So this scout here needs 2 antimatter, whereas this scout doesn't need anything like that. The different resources are at the top. So there are different components, different engines, different armor, different shields, different weapons that is like better than the normal kind, but requires a rare resource to use. And they're consumed. Basically, we're mining 0.2 antimatter per turn. So every 5 turns we get 1 antimatter, and then we can use it for different things. Certain buildings, but a lot of it is ship technology, for example. Have you ever thought of trying some of the Endless games? I have a little bit of the Endless game coverage on my channel, not much. For some reason, they've never quite clicked 100%. But it is something that I want to take another look at. So we're automating the exploration with the scout. It's actually going to Musquidian territory over here to check out this area. Hopefully it doesn't get blown up. Musquidian expanse changed to an imperial government. And we'll get a little exclamation mark over here when we can actually change our government. Or not exclamation mark, it'll tell us the number of valid governments we can switch to. Please let me know if we are able to switch government and I miss it, because it's very important to change things. Games like this really need the ability to build armed colony ships, where the colonists just happen to be armed as mobile infantry or something. Well, I mean, first of all, you can custom design all the ships in this game, so there's no reason you can't make an armed colony ship. If you've got the capacity for it or anything like that. It is entirely possible. Using them as an invasion force, less so, although that's really what transport ships are. Transport ships haul soldiers that can be used for planetary invasions, and again, they can be armed or not through different ways, although they don't usually have enough space to justify being armed, but certainly being armored. So we have a new leader coming in over here. I think that's Rochelle now, who's from Mauritia. What do we want? There's something you said about getting more celebrities to boost our morale, to be honest. Diplomats for things. We don't need a general. We don't need another commander. You know what we're going to need? We're going to need more administrators, because if we are going to colonize, we need to have some spare administrators for that. So I think it's going to be okay to do it. Administrators are used to colonize as well as build star bases and stuff. Okay, so this is planet Quillia again, and it is 100% done its production queue. So I think what I'm going to do is just have it aid research for a little bit. There's literally nothing we can build on this planet, so we may as well go and do that. Of course, if we don't want to micromanage, we can go ahead and put a governor as a planet to do different things, but we'll just leave it there. Okay. Idle Colony. Garden of Sinners is also done, but it's done its queue, but it's got things that we can build here. Its approval is at 80%. Its population can climb a little bit more, so its approval will continue to drop, because approval is total morale divided by population. So as your population grows, your approval will just drop unless you keep people happy. Colonial Hospital for more growth. I don't think this is going to be a very big planet over here. See you, Knight! I believe all Quill runs are pacifist runs. That's right. That's how it works. We can build the Prometheus Stone Extractor. It gives a bonus to adjacent wealth, which doesn't really matter, but it will actually provide Promethean for us, which is something we can get out of star bases. It's this resource right over here, and having more of it is good. We also have the ability to do some soil engineering and terraforming to unlock more tiles. Now, this is a factory, starport, and ship construction boost. I think it would be very nice to use our soil engineering right here to open up this tile, and then put another like factory type building over here for big adjacency bonuses. That would be helpful. Actually, there's just a bunch more production over here. I think Garden of Sinners is really going to continue to focus heavily on production, and that'll help it pump out some ships a little bit faster over there. So we don't have an intimidation center or anything yet either. Well, okay, let's let it finish the soil engineering, and then we'll see. Shipyard idle over here. I know we still want some constructors, so let me get a few more of those going, especially since we did get the extra administrative capacity over here. Got an idle ship. Here's an explorer. We're going to tell it to auto survey, so it'll scout around if it has no choice, and otherwise what it will do is it will investigate anomalies, which can give us a little bit of money or something like that. Planet is huge, or well, has a lot of tiles. Yeah, I mean, Quillia is very big. 16, actually, it's class 19 now, because we've terraformed a lot of stuff. It started as 16. That is a very big planet. Drengen are going to war with the Altarians. It's war wait, you're also going to war with me? Your people are a bit soft to make ideal slavelings. But that will be our problems, not yours. Your threats don't scare us. We're far less digestible than you think. Oh! The Iconians just sent me a gift. Alright, well, that much is good. But yes, we are in state of war again with the Drengen. Now, what's their symbol? And these guys, a sort of reddish kind of whatever. That's these guys over here, isn't it? No. No. That's Archaeans. Do we even know where the Drengen are? I'm looking at the minimap. I think they'd show up as red over here. I think that's their color. Alright, well, fine enough. What we're going to do is we're going to grab all of our actual military fleets over here. With these Defiants. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them a little closer to where I think the front will be. That is going to be the shipyard over by Kane. Oh, I guess I have to hit eject all. There we go. And then tell you. Come over here. And so that's you. And then we've got a Defiant that's parked there. Okay, so yes, that's... What is this? There it is. Oh yeah, okay, so you're moving, that's fine. Constructors, scouts. I mean, our survey ships do have some attack power. They could jump in. And since we're in a state of war, we might wanna, but I think I will leave it be. Multiplayer move? It could be the sort of thing that happens at some point. I don't know. Yeah, we do have a lot of our star bases already be upgraded. And that includes, like, defensive modules. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save my money and resources, although mining barracks would be nice. Save my money and resources, and if we see a starbase get threatened, maybe upgrade its military right away. Barissa over here is currently unhappy. Foreign influence in this world has become so high that the population has begun to rebel. This planet will eventually be ours. Mwahaha. So we're making a slew of constructors instead of military ships right now. Which might be terrible. But it's going to be what it's going to be. I haven't played the Battlestar Galactica board game recently. It has been a while, actually. Okay, Idle Colony. That's Kane over here, which doesn't have a lot on here. Its approval rate is really good. It'd be great if we could boost its population. The problem is we don't have We don't have any food sources over here, so we can't really build a city, unfortunately. Intimidation Center does give you an approval boost. Well, we're already pretty happy here. We've got a bunch of research labs. We might want to go and invest in a bit more production. Like, that's a lot of research. And if we can unlock more tiles, what I'll probably do is unlock tiles around the research labs to give the boost. But for now, I think it's perfectly fine for us to just go... We'll build a space elevator there. I'm going to build a spaceport there. And... yeah, I'll just build a random factory over here. That's going to be okay. And maybe we can unlock a tile here, too, just in between, just to boost something. We've got a trade offer. They want an exploration treaty for, like, a ton of stuff. This would give us mutual vision, but I don't think that's very attractive. So, no. Oh, that planet has a research boost. That's right. But we do have to give it a little production. So that's why I'm like, I'm going to fill a few random tiles with production, but then what I'll do is just unlock a ton of tiles over here. And we could even queue that up to be able to set up more combos around the labs. Soil engineering, terraforming plant over here. So they keep boosting each other adjacently. So that our science labs are even better than before. That will be the idea. So I don't know what the deal with the Drengen are. Is this... it's not a Drengen ship, is it? Nope. I think they're red. And I think I saw a red ship just buzzing around at some point a few turns ago. But I think it has indeed been a few turns ago. This starbase here, what we could do is we could boost up its sensor range. Maybe give us a bit more vision. But that's cost and resources, and we want options. Okay, we've got another constructor over here. I am going to send it down to see if we can grab both these thulium. But instead of building another one, you're going to go back to building some Defiant Pluses over here. Defiance and Defiant Pluses. The pluses, or the pluses, use some raw resources. I don't know if we've unlocked any tech since the last time we've designed it in terms of military tech. I don't think so. Did someone just go and grab that like 2 seconds ago? This starbase over here? That's kind of frustrating. I think this starbase, or this resource is also sending its stuff somewhere. Ooh, bit of lag. Yeah, this is a turn-based game. Build a campus for science labs. I mean, it's a lot like Civ, but it's not that much like Civ. Alright, this place, you know what? I guess we'll aid economy. I actually don't know. We might be getting less science out of this because of our government choice. Like, it might be generating the 50 research and then giving us a minus 75% because of our government. So maybe I'll just aid economy for now rather than aiding science. You're going to queue up a Defiant ++. Idle constructor ship over here. We are already sending someone over here, right? But you know what? We can do this one faster. Maybe... oh, there we go. Urbanovich has been claimed by someone else. Maybe what we'll do is just set up more overlapping star bases. Oh, Quillian never got its economic starbase. There you go. This will give more production. Raw production as well, which equals science and everything. I guess it's not that expensive. Let's go ahead. I'll boost you a little bit more, but we'll wait. We're not going to spend everything because I'm still on the lookout for, like, a sudden military invasion. Any planet with a 4-mountain campus spot? Which city are you going to build Petra on? I wonder what the Petra equivalent would be in this game for us. There are a lot of wonders out there. Okay, research. We've got a production tech, which is good. But what we're going to do is we're going to pick up a bunch of cheap military techs to give us more options. So a few of the defensive ones, that's okay. These people, they keep offering this exploration treaty so we can see each other's fog of war, but like really crappy. They don't have any tech to offer though. That's the thing. Right now our tech rate is pretty bad, but we've traded aggressively for tech, so we're actually pretty good. This spot is going to be fine. We're going to start with the mining ring. I'm not going to boost it any more like that than that, but that'll claim both these thuliums over here, which is going to be nice for some future stuff. Is there another ascension crystal over here that wasn't claimed? Did I get confused as to which one was claimed? No, I think we just spotted it. I don't know if I still have a constructor. I do. Show me. Okay, show me this constructor. Oh, do you have to click on the name? You're coming around here. Yeah, okay. Come here. Shipyard idle. So the Defiant ++ needs antimatter. So we can't build any more of those right now. But that's okay. We'll keep building some of these Defiants. They don't have much attack output, but they're some sort of ship. I have no idea what kind of tech we're seeing from the other side here. I don't know if you can find out. 0% in rebellion right now. Quillian influence is 1.5x, and presumably growing. And if we get more of these defense systems, we can get more influence as well. Ascension Crystal is one of the ways to win the game. So there are 5 different victory options, and one of them is collect a bunch of Ascension Aura points and things. Must control the majority of Ascension Crystals and have a certain amount of Aura points. So you can war for people to blow up their space stations so that you can grab some more of them, that sort of thing. Is this guy's actually a fleet, or they just happen to be traveling together? No, yeah, they're just in the same tile. Oh! Our cans are getting kind of cranky that I'm claiming some of these things. Tough patootie. We're going to get another Defiant ++. And yeah, we're going to keep going over there. Now, what I can do, and I probably should do, is I can create a rally point right there. Oh, I can't create it on a station, but I can make it adjacent. There we go. So any new ships, we can have them go to this rally point and save myself a little bit of clicking. If I go to commands, I say shipyards, which are sending ships nowhere right now. I would like you to send ships to the Barissa rally point. Although I guess I can send you to the Barissa shipyard. There we go. I don't need a rally point. I can say all shipyards send your new ships to the Barissa shipyard. There we go. And I can just delete this this waypoint. And save yourself some clicking, which is important later because you can get a lot of ships going around. Terran resistance, they're going to war against the Musquidian. Oh, that's very good for me. Our influence is growing here. We're at 1.7 times their influence. We got research for point defense systems. We're going to grab the armor system research. Okay, scrolling went a little bit nuts. This is a Drengen ship. Okay, it's just a scout ship, though. It tells us nothing about what their military technology is. Same thing over here. Yeah, I don't know what kind of ship design they're working on. You filthy human. We are Quillians! Human-ish, I suppose. Yeah, no one's collecting this Ascension Crystal, so we're going to go ahead and build this here. Xenoarchaeology Lab. And probably we should build a military ring around this. To make sure no one can easily blow it up. I'm going to do that. All the asteroids, I believe, are being mined. That's good. So D's over here, production yield. Yeah, so these are far enough away that we're not getting the full yield. 0.9, 0.8. So I'm thinking 10 might be the range limit. No, that's a distance of 8, and it's also 0.9. Yeah, I don't know how far asteroids can get and still be useful. But I don't know. Trade offer. What do you want? You're going to give me point defense specialization and barren world mastery. Both of these are star techs, which means they were a choice. So if we unlocked one but not the other, we wouldn't get there. They're going to trade for this and that and a little bit money. Mutual open borders. That's a 15-point tech. Yeah, this is actually really, really good. Really good for us. Excellent deal. We've been friends with them. We've got a new citizen. I think what we'll do is just train them as a generic leader. And then we can assign them to whatever category we need at any given point. Which, honestly, the influence boost is fine right now. When can we change our government? 4 more turns. That's going to be a huge and very important thing for us to do. You still prefer the original Mu to Mu 2? Interesting. Yeah, Mu 2 was always my favorite. Although, it helps that that was really the first one I played extensively. So, and that's the way it is, right? You're always going to be like that. You always remember your first. It was really, I think, possibly... No, it wasn't my first 4X game. I did play the original Civ. And I think I might have played Masters of Magic before Mu. I'm not sure. War against the Musquidians. The Altarians are going to... So, a lot of people are warring the Musquidians. That's very interesting. Your idol over here. I think we have no choice but to continue to build some warships. Actually, quite a few warships. Take a look at our summary. Stat-wise, we're still bad. See, we're 13 out of 13 for a research rank, but remember, we have a bunch of tech, and a lot of the people we talk to don't have any tech to offer us. So we're not researching a lot of military, or we're not researching very quickly right now, especially because of our government, which is giving us minus 75%. But in terms of tech that we've got, we're actually in pretty good shape. Oh, we got a Drengen unit over here that is assaulting one of our scout ships. We don't know anything about this dagger other than it has a single laser. Now, that could mean they're going laser-centric, but that's all we know so far. Now, here's a fleet. It's going after the Altarans. Okie dokie! So, the true Drengen fleet over here is heavy on kinetic weapons, which is bad for us because currently our Defiants don't use armor. They use shields and flak weapons, but no armor defense. That is an insanely powerful fleet. Luckily, they're going for the Altarians first, but we're going to have to make a change to our ship design. Okay. Shipyards over here. They're working on Defiance, which I guess is fine. We're going to go and design a ship. And tell you what, we'll use a brand new design just to make it look different. Guys, we need a name for this new ship design. So it's going to use the biggest hull we can, which is still small. We'll use this ship over here, just because it'll look a little different. And again, we can build this up bit by bit, Lego style. We could start with like a single, just like cube that we attach stuff to. We can make it look like anything, but you know, that's not my strong suit. Still looking for mostly defensive ships, so I'm not looking to necessarily add extra drives. We don't need to go fast to go to enemy territory. We just need to sit back and defend. Purger of Xenos. SS Pacifist, the Hulker. So the big thing that we need is we're going to need armor. Oh, we don't even have armor tech. We have bonus hull points. I guess hull plating has armor defense. Okay. Yeah. And in terms of defense, they really didn't have anything going on. We can probably keep going with like space rockets. We just need some token attack. So we could do this. It's a 1 attack, 2 defense ship with no engines. Yeah, it would be nice to get some more armor. Ooh, Paladin. I like that. Peacekeeper. I think I like the Paladin. It's heavily armored, you know? It's like wearing full plate. I think I like that. So we're gonna do that. I could place them physically on the ship. I suppose maybe for the rocket launcher. Like, it might be good to do that. We'll, like, physically... How come I can't? Boom. There it is. Let's make it, let's make that launcher bigger. What do you think? There. Giant rocket launcher right on the front of the ship. So we can save this. The Paladin, which I like. But what we might want to do... We are researching armor systems right now for titanium plating. That's going to be much better. I think what we'll do is we'll just wait 2 turns and then we'll take another crack at designing it with a better armor system than we've got now. Should make the more offensive ship the Zealot. I really have to build my trade ships back up again, although I can't right now because of my government. Now, the problem is, I don't really want to queue up... I guess I might as well queue up something for a turn. Even though it's not... It's going to be our somewhat too early version of the Paladin, but... I mean, I guess I could sync some production to something else now. Well, we'll just do this. It's going to be okay. See, these exploration treaties. And again... Oh, this guy's actually got some tech that I don't have. Boom, boom. Okay. Just cancel it. Or just reset this. Maybe there's another way to reset it. I don't know. Life support miniaturization, drive miniaturization, atmospheric cleansing. It's pretty expensive. Let's hold off on that. And try to avoid some of the diplomatic techs. Okay. And can you throw in some money? Okay, so miniaturization for life support doesn't matter so much for these ships. The drive, like, it will make them smaller, which means we can fit more stuff in. And it's good long term, plus it gives us something else we can trade to people. And the money's going to help as well. I think it's okay to do that trade. It's not necessarily a hugely advantageous trade for us, but I think it's going to be fine. Alright, next turn, we should have our armor tech. You also read sci-fi books? Yeah. So I don't read as much as I used to, but I will go on binges for sure. There's a couple of different things I like. I love the Honor Harrington series. It's fantastic. Sort of fleet combat kind of thing. Iconians against the Drengen. That's good for me. And I also like Robert Sawyer. He's a Canadian sci-fi author that does sort of day after tomorrow kind of stuff. That is wonderful. Okay. There's our new armor plating. Armor optimization would also be handy. We can choose either reinforced armor, which makes our armor stronger, low-cost armor makes it cheaper, so we build faster, or miniaturization, so it takes up less space, so we can cram more stuff on there. I think what I'm going to do... I think I'll just make the armor better with the plus 10% armor rating. It shows it twice, because I think one of it's for star bases and one of it's for your ships. So we'll just make it... We'll just make them more better. That's okay. Shipyard is idle. So what I want to do is I want to redesign the Paladin here. Remove the hull plating. So the hull plating was worth 1 armor rating. The titanium plating is worth 2. It does have more mass though, and now we can't put 2. Oh no, we can. There we go. It was red because I was adding another one. I can still have 2. So now this is a 4 armor rating ship instead of a 2, which means the Drengen, that fleet of 15 ships had a 29 kinetic attack, which means each ship had about 2 points of kinetic attack. So we're overkilling our defense, but I think that's okay. I suppose what we could do. No, we can't fit another weapon. It'd be nice if we could highlight things. Like we have 8 mass left. Yeah, I mean, we might be able to put a drive or something, but frick it. Just go double up on the titanium plating. So we're just going to save over the Paladin name, and that's okay. And then shipyard idle over here. So if we look at the Paladin, this is indeed the 4 defense Paladin over there. That's great. No such thing as too much overkill. Exactly. Change government time. Yes, thank you. We can, in fact, change the government. Woo! And I think the number is how many new governments have unlocked since the last time. So we can change it now. The bottom 2 rows, this is all still locked. We can go Information Oligarchy, which gives us a boost to research and sensor power, morale, trade route values, although we only have 1 trade route going on right now. We have to rebuild it, but we're going to be changing it. We got Stellar Monarchy, which gives us a boost to ship construction. Also gives us a pair of ships, the Princess and the Prince, which gives production boosts. No elections, but can send missions, might be good. We got the Utopians. So this has again got the research bonus and a morale boost, which means we could jack up taxes a fair bit. Worker rights, we can't rush things anymore, but I think that's not necessarily a problem. Bureaucracy, we can't declare war, but that's okay. We're not looking to declare wars right now. We got a bonus to growth, sensor power, galactic markets, we can buy and sell things. The Utopian is kind of interesting. Media assimilation also has a research boost and the sensor power. It's got more influence, which is nice, but not necessarily critical. Hey, thanks for the resub. Thanks for ruining my life, getting me addicted to this Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. You're welcome, Mallard. Imperial up here, this is fairly early. It's got a colony limit of 4, which we'd be fine on. It's got the research and the sensor power and +1 moves, but that's it. Generally speaking, top row is not as strong as the next one and so on. Although, the Interstellar Republic's pretty good. Trade route diplomacy, so our trade routes give us more of a diplomacy bonus, more income. This still has a research boost and the sensor boost. Actually, that's pretty good. Can't declare war either. That might be okay. The Prime Minister's ships does give us boosts to all construction, influence, growth, and morale. We could put that in arcane and help it push forward a little bit more. That might be okay. Utopian seems nice for you. The thing is, they all seem kind of nice for me. This doesn't have as much of the research boost. The morale is nice for money. I think I want the Interstellar Republic, because I don't think you lose the ships when you change government. It's got the 25% research boost, which is as big as everything else. The money will be handy as well. Cryptocurrency, I'll show you right now what it does. So we're going to change to an Interstellar Republic for now. So we now, because of cryptocurrency, we have access to the market. What we can do is we can buy and sell our various resources over here. So if we end up, like, we've got a bunch of extra Duranthium, we can sell Duranthium for 24 BC each. Or we can turn around and buy things that you need. To me, it's not a priority, but it's there. So the Prime Minister's ship, what I'm going to do is I'm going to park it around Kane over here, so that we get more influence as well as more production and everything over here, which I think is going to be really, really valuable for us. And we can rush things. What I'll probably do is still mostly save the money for boosting some of our star bases if something comes up. What do I need for this? Duranthium, Elerium, and antimatter. Yeah, antimatter is sort of the thing we have the hardest time to come by right now. Where are we getting antimatter from? This is not ours. That's not our territory. That's not our territory. You guys have better eyes than me, but I'm actually not sure. Is this us? That's us there. So what we might want to do actually is boost this ship. Oh, we already have this upgraded with the improved mining. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of crummy. A lot of times there's 2 antimatter near most black holes, and sometimes 3. So we sort of got a little screwed there. Now we can trade for it, and we can also buy it in the barrage, or the bazaar. I meant to say the market though, over here. But next time we do trade deals, we might want to prioritize picking up antimatter in the trade deal. It's probably a good idea. We have the lowest power. Yeah. And we're at war over here. The Drengen have the most, followed by the Musquidians. Scary. Can be a UN-like government, like you have a bunch of smaller nations inside you. Absolutely, because one of the things you can do, and I don't remember where the button is you can spin off colonial stuff. Commonwealths. There it is. So you can create commonwealths that are basically your vassals. And that's another way to deal with, like, getting to your colony limit. And they'll always, like, go to war alongside you kind of thing. Sounds like you need to take over someone else's antimatter production. That would be nice. We're not in a position to wage war right now. Drengen's building up a powerful military. Yeah, we know. We're mutually at war with them as well. The Altarians over here. Hopefully they're not doing too badly. There's that big Drengen fleet over here. Alright, we're going to build up more paladins. Research. Okay, there's our bonus to armor rating. That's very nice. And I think that happens retroactively as well, which is really good. Political specialization is good. Worker specialization. Oh, all workers get better. All engineers get better. Xeno, espionage, trade, shield optimization. Duranthium composite is the next level armor. It's worth 3.3 armor. Well, 3 armor, but we got the 10% boost. It might be worth going straight to there, but it might also be worth just unlocking new weapons, like the next tier of missiles, for example. We have an outbreak of a virus! Oh! Oh! This is the virus that makes people more intelligent, you guys! So kills 5% of those infected, cure a side effect of making those who survive profoundly more intelligent. Our options are 1. Eradicate the virus. 1 life loss is too many, regardless of the gain. This gives us 20 benevolent ideology and a 10% boost to research on this planet. This is Kane. This is already our research-centric planet, by the way. Next, 2. Quarantine the planet. Immunize anyone who leaves. Allow volunteers to relocate there knowing the risk. It's 10 pragmatic instead of 20. It gives us 25% boost to the planet's tech, but a minus 80% growth. Or finally, never let a good norovirus go to waste. Immunize yourself and all your friends, then spread the disease throughout your colonies. Plus 20% malevolent, plus 10% civilization-wide research, minus 10% presumably civilization-wide growth. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, 3 it is! Ooh! I think this is our first United Planets option. In order to better assist all races in the galaxy, the United Planets elects a chair being that will lead the UP for the next 4 sessions. Whose duty is it to choose which proposal will be presented? Winning race will be a chair. The chair of the thing. We can vote for the Musquidians, the Iconians, the Terran Alliance, the Altarian Resistance, the Arcane Empire, or the Snappy Revenge. We're not terribly friendly with any of them, to be honest. I don't know, maybe the Terrans? They at least like us. Oh, ISO the Wise, the Iconian refugees love us. Do we go for someone who loves us? I'm not going to vote for the Snothy or the Musquidians. Because screw those guys. Let the murder squirrels decide now. I'm going to go with the Iconian refugees. Final vote is the Musquidian Expanse, apparently, have won. Yeah, a lot of people voted for them. Darn. But we got enough points for another ideology pick in Malevolent over here. So we had already unlocked... No, we haven't unlocked anything in here yet. Okay, so this... Oh, no, that's not true. We unlocked the first tier of motivation, which let us build intimidation centers. So we can keep going down motivation. So this would give plus 10% construction boost to our home world, and can keep going down for ship construction, malevolent points, and then more raw production over here. Workers everywhere live in terror of not giving 110%. We got aggression, which could give us a ship. Every planet we conquer provides our people with a boost to approval. We're not going to conquer anything for a while. Transports, which will help us conquer some things, and so on. I don't feel like this is a particularly effective branch here. It seems like a one-time shot, a lot of things, and I don't know. Greed, though, that's just 10% more income, flat out. Improves the class of our first 5 worlds by 1, giving us an extra tile. Tight-fisted lets us build the Citadel of Revenue. Gives us points and money. Slave Master, this gives us slaves, which doesn't matter because we don't run slavery. And Heartless, each planet receives additional usable land. And then Awe, this is... We're better diplomatically because people are sort of impressed by us all the time. Shared border penalty goes down, diplomatic trade value goes up. Enemy ships in our zone of control get a penalty to their hit points. Exalted gives us a planet, actually, and this Undaunted makes us immune to culture flipping. I kind of like, you know, the ethics of greed. Like, we might not continue all the way down to the end, but the first 3 are pretty strong for money. Yeah, all our greed. Yeah, greed is good. Let's go with greed. Boom, done. Okay. Now, we're still not being threatened anywhere. I'm still banking money for now for, like, a quick boost of something somewhere, but so far, we're okay. You can see the planets are automatically upgrading their previous factories to mega factories because this is a better version of our factories, so they're just all going through that process to do it, which is going to be fine. A lot of people wanted awe at the end, actually. Well, we keep going that way. There's no reason we can't sort of flip back and forth unless there's a particularly sexy end cap. Dragon Institute, they're now going, or the Empire, going to war against the Terran Alliance. So the Dragon are at war with a lot of people. Our starbase over here is actually losing a little bit of the influence war. I'm going to go and give it the starbase defense system because it gives this starbase a little bit of influence growth. Right here. So hopefully we can keep this border. I'll do the same thing here. A little bit more influence. What are we at? 2.1x influence. Colonies and 2% rebellion. We're fighting hard to take that colony. We're going to queue up another paladin. It's time to start using the rules of acquisition. Speaking of, though, I should really build some trading ships. I mean, I need military ships, too. What's our trade cap right now? We can build a total of 8 trade routes, so that would be handy. Maybe we'll just keep trading with the Altarians. They look like they're going to be pretty cool with us most of the game. Did you just give me a tech? of atmospheric cleansing just for free. I think we're both in the same war. This is a colony ship. Interesting. Whenever you say mega anything, can you make your voice go deeper and more booming? Like in Spaceballs when they say mega made? You're right. Mega factory. The engineering crew on one of our freighters has found a way to greatly enhance life support systems. Unfortunately, this news has been leaked to other races already. The commander vessel would seem likely to share this breakthrough with them unless we intervene. We could, 1. Let them share the technology. Perhaps it will buy us some goodwill. It's a benevolent choice. It also gives us a diplomacy boost and 100% ship range to everyone's ships. 2. Since the cat is already out of the bag, insist that the commander gets a fair price for sharing the knowledge. That's a pragmatic choice, gives us 2,500 credits, and a plus 100% range to everyone's ships. Or 3, take the crew in custody and make sure the details of this breakthrough are only shared with our researchers. That's malevolent, and only gives our ships a bonus to range. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 1 or 3, 3, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. A lot of 3. Let's go for 3, apparently. Drangan are building up a powerful fleet. I know. I know. Let's get more scientists. This shipyard is idle. Right, you build fairly slowly. Tell you what, I'm going to get you to slowly trickle out a couple of freighters here for us. How's our power ranking now? Oh, we're not at the bottom. Well, we're tied. We're at 83. The Drangan are, yeah, continuously building up their power in kind of a terrifying way. Evil chat is evil. Colony ship time? We literally have nowhere we can colonize. We definitely had a slow start, probably because, you know, my build order wasn't quite there. The early war really screwed us up. Ooh, more missile tech. That's good. I mean, we could go for more armor tech, but I don't know. I think what we want to do is, like... we probably want to look at some other things. You know what, like... better labs. You know, some amount of economy. Let's get a couple of freighters. And a couple more over here. Like, we need some trade. Otherwise, we're just gonna, you know... The Dark Yor have been destroyed. Okay. We're not evil, we're pragmatic. It's just better we have greater ship range than anyone else. Yeah. I mean, there's an actual pragmatic category that we are ignoring, but sure. Colony is 8% in rebellion. Alright, it's working. This queue over here is done. We're going to go ahead and eat research. Hey, what? I'll queue up a couple in a row. Your approval's not great. Your population is full. That's alright. Chaotic neutral. Did you update your paladins? No, you're right. Although no one's building a paladin right now, as it turns out, so... And we could upgrade our existing paladins to the latest design too, though. It's very expensive. We may have to look into that. So how many ships are over here? Defense fleet of 32. That includes a constructor? Oh, right! Of course, because it was also rallying over here. I don't know where this constructor was supposed to go. I'd love to take this antimatter, but it's clearly going somewhere else. What we might do is just try to push out our culture some more. I think that's what's going to happen. Right. I'm going to build one over here. I wanted this to be an economic starbase, which actually I can keep building up here. Use Durantium, which we've got, and some money, but I think it's worth investing. That's going to be okay. But yes, I want a cultural starbase over here. We're going to push out our culture a little bit more. Now, whether we take things over with culture, I don't know. We might just start to rely a little bit more on tourism income. Which right now is 24 income per turn, which isn't bad, actually. Why is no one colonized bottom right corner? Oh, this is unexplored. It's actually beyond our range. We can't even go and explore there. I think it's actually a little hard to tell our range. It's possible because we got the plus 100%. We might be able to reach there now. We do have one scout or something buzzing around. It'll just take a while to get there. That's probably where the Drengen are, by the way. Actually, yeah, here are the Drengen right over here. Okay, those ships are fine. No war fleets that we're aware of. Next turn. Prefect there. Ascension crystals. I mean, I'm assuming we don't have the 50%. Is someone 20% of the way there? The Musquidians. Although we're 3rd out of 13 when it comes to this. I expect they don't have control of the majority of crystals. So there you go. So you're still within range of the planet. You're going to go and construct a starbase. And this is, in fact, going to be a cultural starbase. And we're going to see if we can push out our culture a little bit over here. Claim some more territory. And we can keep sort of advancing forward. And we might be able to put a starbase next to these planets here. You want an exploration treaty? No. What I do want... There's got to be, again... 0. I don't know if there's a quicker way to... Like, right-clicking didn't do it. Open borders would be nice, actually. I want antimatter. Like, give me 6 antimatter. Oh. 6 antimatter. Interstellar trade, high output drives, terrestrial harvesting. And tell you what, I don't care if you have this. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's gonna be probably really sexy. Maybe not the influence. Morale booster's okay. Research treaty tech. And I suppose I could trade for other things too. There we go. So we'll get a bunch of antimatter. We'll get some of his techs. We'll offer him a bunch of stuff, and that's okay with me. I'm totally fine with that. How's this planet coming? 2.4x. 17% in rebellion. Open borders, you appreciate that. Nice. I like it too. I could boost this for more influence. Sure, let's do it. Idle colony over here. Garden of Sinners. We built this great production area over here, so we will go ahead and factory up. We'll then get some Prometheus stones start to be produced. That's going to be okay. Your approval isn't great. Your population's also capped, but I think it's probably fine for us. Oh, we don't have an intimidation center. Let's get you going on, because that will also give us some malevolent ideology points. Just push the support rebellion button like an EU4. And yeah, so we're hoping these borders get pushed out over here. Actually, I think we probably just claim these tiles here. I'm not sure. But the fact that the percentage is a little bit there, and yeah, they're advancing, these tiles are going to be flipping. So I think that's going to be very good. This is Quillia, where, again, we are done with everything, so we'll just go ahead and queue up a couple more aid researches. That's going to be okay. Shipyard is idle. Right, so we need to redesign our paladins. And we need to use the stingers, which are 2 attack instead of the space rockets, which are 1. Now, there's still the Sparrow missiles, which are also 2 attack, but need antimatter. So now we've sort of gone beyond that sort of more prototype. So we'll put the stinger on there, and we're good. So it's a 2-4 instead of a 1-4 version over here. I will save you as the Paladin, say, 2.0. And click done. Actually, I didn't quite want to do that because I want to go to ship design. I want to point out that the original Paladin over here is now obsolete. Done. So you can make a Paladin 2.0, queue up a couple in there, and then what I can do over here is grab these ships and say something like, upgrade. These paladins can be upgraded to the new paladin, except they're still super expensive. So never mind. We'll just, we've got enough stuff going on. We don't have enough logistics to make a big giant fleet. But that's okay. There's a dragon fleet over here. They've got some lasers, mostly kinetics. We might want to do a ship that's got a little bit of shields plus armor. But overall, we're okay. And they don't have any defense. There's 000. We can actually take this fleet with something. So, oh, we got a freighter over here, right? Forgot about that. So these paladins, we're 8 of 21. Okay, we can definitely have more. Paladin, and then some Defiant pluses, I suppose. So we're at 16 of 21. Each one of these ships needs 2 logistics. So we can put 2 more ships in there, Defiant plus and another one. Boom. So we have a fleet of 10 ships. So we could, if we had a small ship, we could fit it in here and do that. And what do we have? We have a 14 attack, 10, 17 defense. I think we could easily crush that Drengen fleet over here. Victory likely. So what we're going to do is we're going to start heading down this direction here. Our ships don't move very fast. We never upgraded their engines. So chasing it down will be a little difficult, but it's going to be okay. Meanwhile, this freighter, I'm going to send it to this really close Altarian planet. We're going to get some more trade going on, and that's going to be good. Quillia, our calm and peaceful land, give us your stuff is all that we demand. I love the anthem! We need to come up with like a proper flag for like the Quillian Empire. I like the fact that there's like the Canadian emblem built into the game. That was really cool. But we need like a Quillian flag. I don't know what it'd be, like a Brussels sprout? I mean, probably, right? Something like that? Or a waffle. I mean, we could just take like the Luftwaffe symbol and put that on a flag. That wouldn't be too bad. We're gonna win an election by a landslide. Excellent. If we take a look at our economic options, yeah, our morale is really good. We're actually losing a little bit of money, so we could tax a little bit harder and still be elected. Kane's super happy. Quillian not as much, especially with the increased taxes here. We'll see what the numbers do. I have to pee so bad. I should probably take a pause to do that. Sometimes I look at the time, I'm like, you know what, I can hold it until the end of the stream. There's 53 minutes left to the stream. I think I should go pee. So let's do that. Let's take a short break, get up, stretch your legs, go empty your bladder. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Ooh! I'm gonna leave this up on screen. You guys can decide what we might do with this decision. So be back in, yeah, just a minute.